Hello. Pilar Arias here, everyone. I hope you had a great weekend. I've got some top stories ready to go for you from across the country. Monday is my favorite day to do top stories because we get all caught up with everything that happened over the weekend from across the country. What did you all think about the Epstein news over the weekend? I heard Mike Pace talking about it on News Now on Fox 10 Extra, which, by the way, is Channel 45, Cable 9, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to noon. When Mike's not here, I fill in for him, which may be happening very soon here. So thanks for watching. Whether it's me, Mike, or Christy at the helm, we appreciate each and every one of you being here. So that was probably the most major news over the weekend. I was actually getting my oil changed at a car dealership when I found out about it, and I was like, interesting, to say the least. Okay, so it's probably the top story that I teased at the end of News Now on Fox 10 Extra that the majority of you are talking about on the YouTube chat. It's how a home was burglarized while the homeowner was just feet away. This is in California. It's the first top story in this segment on News Now.
No, I did not hear anything. I did not see anything. My wife went.
Ed Cruz was outside his home cleaning the peaches from his neighbor's driveway Wednesday morning at 10. He had no idea a prowler had just entered his home on East San Fernando Street until he found food in the backyard and realized a burglar had been inside.
I'm scared. Very scary. Very scary. And I thought to myself, oh, I was so lucky.
Cruz's son-in-law checked footage from several cameras installed at the home, and there the thief was, creeping in the living room, seen heading into the hallway, believed to have entered back bedrooms. He comes and goes in and out of the house 3 times, a total of 8 minutes inside the house, stealing a sweater, a lunchbox, hat, and jewelry.
He comes in and is rummaging through things, ends up stealing the jewelry box, and this whole time she's in here showering.
2 jewelry boxes within feet from his mother-in-law snatched.
It could be as much as $20,000 worth of stuff. Again, she'd just come back from the Philippines, so she had stuff out. A lot of it was things that she got when she was a kid from her mother, so a ton of sentimental value, things that just can't be replaced.
They believe the intruder gained access through an open sliding glass door, first jumping into people's backyards.
Because these fences are the lowest, he just hopped these 2 fences and came in that way.
The family alerted neighbors on Nextdoor, who shared more video of the suspected thief walking down the street minutes prior. They suspect he's homeless and say from the video appeared intoxicated. The thief described to be roughly 6 feet tall, balding with a beard, tattoos on his right forearm and a tattoo of a band on his left forearm. Neighbors, not surprised, say they're tightening their vigilance.
You have to have everything locked down. People are so desperate and so bold.
Can you play peekaboo?
The family worries he may have been watching the home for some time, and they're grateful, knowing it could have been worse.
This guy could have had a weapon, he could have harmed them, he could have ran into my father-in-law and then reacted in any possible way.
Bringing you right back out here to Phoenix, Arizona, a live look from our South Mountain Tower cam, where, you know, the mild winter and spring that we had, plenty of rainfall back then provided all that green out there, but we haven't really had a monsoon. Everybody's talking about it. Where is the monsoon? But we've got temperatures like 101 degrees, which is currently what fox10phoenix.com says it is outside. I have 0 complaints. It's 12:11 in the afternoon here in Phoenix, Arizona on August 12th. It could be much worse, folks. We all know that. Speaking of fox10phoenix.com, if you haven't been in a minute, I invite you to go take a look because we just launched a brand new website. It's got a whole new look and feel, and we'd appreciate your comments, your feedback on it. Let us know what you think. And don't forget, you can contact Fox 10 Phoenix. You can contact News Now, even the host, me, Mike, and Christy, all via social media. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You can pretty much find us wherever you look for us. And if you can't, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about it to put you in contact with the right people. But the reason I'm bringing you back out here to Phoenix, Arizona is because these next 2 top stories are from our very own reporters right here at Fox 10 Phoenix. Our first one we got for you here, Anita Roman reporting on the muscle-stimulating workout craze. Because when you don't have a whole lot of time, you got to maximize those workouts you do get in, right?
Yeah, so here we go. These are the pants.
It's said to be a highly innovative form of muscle stimulation.
All right, got the vest.
Technology that trainers say has been successfully tested and proven in things like astronaut training, physical therapy, even sports medicine.
We put you in a full bodysuit with pants that have electrodes for the legs and a vest that have electrodes for the core and the upper body, with armbands that will stimulate the biceps and triceps.
The Body Street method revolves around EMS training.
We specialize in fitness for people who don't have time to go to the gym every day.
Body Street recently opened a studio in the area of 7th Avenue and McDowell in Phoenix.
And squat. Breathing nice and easy as you contract the muscles. Good. Staying loose.
Andrew Cringe is the studio manager. He says just once a week for 20 minutes, the electrical muscle stimulators work your entire body.
These machines are just now starting to come into the U.S. They're FDA approved because they're considered a medical device. Keep that foot up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. It's all from a standing up position, not getting up and off the ground. It's low impact for the joints, and it helps people kind of get the mind-muscle connection to help them fire as hard as they can.
The workout takes you through a series of 16 exercises, and according to the founders, most people see results in just 3 to 4 weeks. Anita Roman, Fox 10 News.
All right, everybody, I have an Everyday News Now. We're asking me, hey, I can't see the News Now link on the new fox10phoenix.com. What's up with that? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you all a little tour of the new fox10phoenix.com homepage in just a second, but I've got another top story ready to go for you. And this one right here, this is our Carmen Blackwell reporting about how a wildlife sanctuary is asking for food donations. I believe this sanctuary is right here in Scottsdale, but again, our Carmen Blackwell reporting.
Over 250 species of animals at Southwest Wildlife feed off dry dog and cat food every day. Just a few months ago, the nonprofit learned they would be losing a generous donor that has been a huge help for the last several years due to a change in policy.
Unfortunately, they had some regulation changes this year, and they only supply to domestic animals now. That kind of leaves us shorthanded.
On average, Southwest Wildlife goes through at least 10 to 15 bags of food per week. And this year, wildfires have caused the facility to take in more animals. And now, as their capacity has nearly doubled, so has the need for more food, since dog and cat food is what most of the species eat.
Our sanctuary residents depend on it, and a majority of our releasable guys, I'd say at least 75% of our animals are their primary diet involves dry dog and cat food.
Since they've been running out of their main supply, some of the staff goes out to buy individual bags just so the animals can eat. The Conservation Center says in the meantime, they're doing their best to make ends meet. In Scottsdale, Carmen Blackwell, Fox 10 News.
All right, everybody, here is a look at fox10phoenix.com, the newly launched, the new and improved fox10phoenix.com. Wanted to show you really quickly here. So one Everyday News Nower, by the way, said, hey, Pilar, it looks a lot more modern. All you gotta do is scroll down a little bit. There we are, News Now, that's where we live. And I believe you just click it, and it'll show you our News Now stream on YouTube.
Past week,
and look, even the audio came up. I believe this may be from earlier today, so I'll make sure that we've got our live stream going on there. But yes, we do still live on fox10phoenix.com. You can still find us right there. So pretty awesome stuff, pretty neat. Let's take another look at how the stock market is doing. The Dow Jones Industrial Big Board is what we call it. If any news breaks across the country, we will have you covered right here. But meanwhile, we are in our top story segment of the day. So continuing on, this next one is regards to back to school season for a lot of students, whether it's elementary, middle school, high school. By the way, your middle school, did you guys call it middle school or junior high? I grew up here in Mesa, Arizona. We called it junior high, but that was also in the day where you had 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. Yes, even high school freshmen in junior high, and it's no longer like that. Matter of fact, the junior high that I went to no longer even exists. I mean, the buildings are still there, but it's not still the junior high school. It's a different facility now. So just wanted to get a little chat with you guys going about junior high, middle school. Was it 7th through 9th? Was it 6th and 7th? Was it 6th through 8th? 7th and 8th? Let me know how your schooling worked out there, because every place is somewhat just a little different. So the reason I'm asking all of this is because this next top story is taking a look at addressing mental health in schools.
days.
Kids are headed back to school, and while it's normal for students to get those first day jitters, children's advocates say there's a lot of students who are dealing with more than just stress.
Our children's mental health is undertreated in this state.
Dr. Michelle Fontanelli-Gilmer is a child psychiatrist with Southern Hills Hospital Pavilion. She offered her thoughts on what the state needs to do.
We have to talk to our legislators because we do have space to do it. We just don't have the funding to do it.
Research shows that today's kids aren't just anxious about their schoolwork. A survey by Pew Research found 57% of teens are worried about a shooting happening at their school.
When we're having school shootings, when we're having things like that, we need to be prepared to help our kids process all of this information.
Parents at the panel say they want more training for educators to address mental health in schools.
I think we need more training on trauma care for the counselors that are already in our schools that are working with our kiddos, as well as more places for them to refer kids out to.
Dr. Gilmer says kids are facing a new reality. The number of school shootings has normalized anxiety around student safety. She says conversations at home could help.
Let them know that the teachers are there to keep them safe. Know that the safeguards that have been put in place in the schools, they need to listen to what the child's fears are.
All right, everybody. Well, you heard me ask Mike Pace. We've heard about 4-day work weeks, right? Well, what do you think about 4-day school weeks? Mike Pace says he's not a fan. I probably, when I was a student, would have been a fan. Now, I'm not so sure. But one Florida county is considering it.
What if you only had to pack your kids' lunch 4 times a week instead of 5? Same goes for pickups, drop-offs, and everything in between.
I'm on board for it, yeah.
A 4-day school week could be in Hernando County's future.
This could work in our favor to the public, is saying we are looking at every avenue possible to save money. Correct. So we can move forward with our district.
And in a district that's struggling financially, a shorter school week could help save money. Superintendent John Stratton stating it's worth looking into.
Number one thing in there is that this takes a tremendous amount of community input and community buy-in.
But School Board Chair Susan Duvall reminded the group of what it was like years ago when the same idea was brought up.
It was a mess. It never even got off the ground here because of the parent-family
Right.
situations.
And for many parents, that's still the case.
I think they should keep it the way it is. It makes it easier for parents to work and not have to spend extra money for daycare.
Superintendent Stratton said there are several options they can look at, like a 4-day week all year round, a 4-day week for students and 5-day week for staff, or just a 4-day week for everyone. He also suggested they could test it out with a pilot school before making any widespread changes.
I think it would be a good idea because then they get an extra day to catch up on their homework and be able to have a weekend, to relax and study more if they need to.
Opinions will surely vary, but as school officials put it, there's still a long way to go. In Hernando County, Natalia Radina, Fox 13 News.
All right, everybody, a lot of you are talking about the stock market here, so we're taking another live look. Currently down around 400 points, and we are beneath that 26,000 mark, so nothing but red on the big board, Dow Jones Industrial today. But while we're talking about this 4-day school week debate, and they're talking about, hey, everybody have a 4-day week, your work week, your school week. If that were the case, that would make it a lot simpler for a lot of people, right? Everyone's on the same schedule. But I know for the longest time in college, whether I was going to Northern Arizona University or Arizona State University, I only had classes like 2 to 3 days a week. For the longest time, it was like Tuesday, Thursday, but then I think eventually it went to like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and that certainly made going to college full-time a lot easier to also have a job, whether it was part-time or full-time. Just added more flexibility in my schedule and made things a lot easier to get through college. All right, everybody, Ashley Dvorkin is here to get us all caught up with the box office breakdown. Did you catch a movie this weekend? Which one did you see? I know movie theaters here in the Valley were quite packed. It's a very good pastime for people to do here when things heat up. And I know yesterday it was pretty warm, a little bit humid, and everyone's saying, monsoon, come cool us down, please. But like I said, it's just above 100 degrees here in Phoenix. Ashley Dvorkin is here to get us all caught up. And this is the story that requires all the special lower thirds, is what we call those graphics on the bottom of your screen.
We're breaking down the box office as an action-packed spin-off stays in the lead and a new fright flick makes an impressive debut.
We're going for a ride!
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs & Shaw taking the #1 spot for a second week in a row, banking $25.4 million. To date, the blockbuster bringing in more than $332 million worldwide.
You don't read the book. The book reads you.
The kids' books turned movie Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark takes second place with $20.8 million. The Guillermo del Toro produced PG-13 Tale follows a group of teens who discover a book with supernatural powers. The Lion King remake is in third with $20 million. It's now raked in $1.3 billion globally. Rounding out the top 5 is Dora and the Lost City of Gold at $17 million, and Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The Ode to Tinseltown has now surpassed the $100 million mark. And keep an eye on another franchise flying in next week, as the Angry Birds movie sequel brings its family-friendly option to the summer box office. In New York, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
All right, Ashley, thanks for that. There's at least like 3 movies in that box office breakdown, everybody, that I want to see. I want to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I want to see The Lion King, and then I want to see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Matter of fact, I heard my niece and nephew attempted to go see it this weekend, and it was sold out. They couldn't get a ticket, which was surprising to me because remember, I talked about with Mike Page at the end of last week, those books came out in the 80s, but it turns out a lot of people are still reading them, so they were excited to see the movie this weekend, and you heard there that it was second place behind Hobbs and Shaw. That's where I got that extra H from, trying to say Hobbs and Shaw. Anyway, everybody, I hope you are having a great day. 375 of you hanging on with us right now on the News Now stream. Feel free to let us know where you are watching from, what you are up to. Are you at school? Are you at work? Or on vacation, perhaps, and you're watching us on your cell phone, your tablet, your PC, your MacBook, your whatever. Let us know. We like to get to know each other here on News Now, which is a part of fox10phoenix.com. If any news breaks across the country, we'll have it for you right here. Meanwhile, I would like to thank the Everyday News Nower that let us know that the News Now stream was not in real time on fox10phoenix.com. We've already got a crew working on it, and we work hard for you each and every day right here on News Now, which is a part of fox10phoenix.com. Again, happy Monday, everybody. I hope your week is off to a great start. We are watching the stock market. We've got about 25-ish or so minutes left in trading. It officially ends at 1 o'clock Arizona time, 4 o'clock Eastern, but they normally do the closing bell about 5 to 10 minutes ahead of that. So if they do bring a closing bell up for us, I will have it for you. Meanwhile, the audio you are about to be hearing is coming from the stock market floor.